Welcome once again to the Random Ride-Arounds, Ride-Around Randoms, whatever you want to call it, here from the You vs. You, Mr. Brad Blair. Got that little glare right now on my hair. Oh, boy. Anyway, don't try to understand everything. Don't try to understand everything. Just follow the non-negotiable daily habits that are supposed to be done, the requirements, and things will follow and flow. But you try to understand the why, the when, the how, the where, and all this stuff, whether it's from the God above or whether it's from the other higher elite individuals, from a teacher, trainer, coach, whatever it is, no matter who is in your life that you are getting some guidance from or direction. Do not try to, look, it's better, yes, if you could understand it, God bless you, that's awesome, having an open mind to just say, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what I like, dislike, understand, don't understand. I'm just going to do what you say and follow the process and see what happens. Because a lot of times our way just doesn't work. So what do you got to lose? What do you have to lose? Try to follow a specific program system to put in place, continuously showing up every day with discipline, and watch what happens and see if it works for you. Don't try to understand it. We try to complicate things so much in all the 5 areas of life: mindset, fitness, business, sober living, relationships. All of this is very, very simple, but we try to understand it. When we try to understand it, we are now putting roadblocks in the way of us just doing action. That itself is also a simple system that creates a negative outcome, for one, paused outcome, possibly steps in reverse outcome, but it actually provides getting nowhere. It actually creates roadblocks, and those roadblocks create more confusion and more distraction, self-sabotaging, future crippling behaviors. So stop trying to understand. I know us humans, we try to understand everything. We try to figure out the why. Why this, why that, how come, the what if. You need to really just go with the flow. Go with the flow of the high vibration frequency of the positive motions, the positive actions, to have a positive outcome without understanding. Now, it's going to be difficult for you. This was a difficult thing for me because I was trying to also pick apart everything, analyze everything, and be like, why this, why that? And I realized as I was doing that, it was creating procrastination. It was creating delays. It was creating the delays of action that needed to be done to figure it out. Look, it's very simple. You can have a choice. You can go left or you can go right. You don't know the answer. You don't understand the process, but you know you're told in going this direction, eventually this will be the outcome. Don't worry about why. Don't worry about understanding. Just follow. Just like reading the Bible. A lot of it we don't understand. We don't really comprehend it. We need to actually somehow break it up and figure it out. But a lot of times, we don't even need to do that. You just need to read, follow the process, and you'll figure out what it all means as you walk it. The statement said, the God will give you the highest power that you're supposed to have, that you already have. You have all the gifts, you have all the resources. Now, the path he's going to give you and show you, you have to walk it. You have to make the choice or decision to walk that path, and it will illuminate as you walk it. Now, if you're walking this path and it does not illuminate, you may have took the wrong path, or that path is just longer than what you can see or understand. Makes a lot of sense. Because there's so many directions and pathways that I have taken that have not illuminated yet, have not lit up, have not shown itself. But I know it's the right thing. I believe in it with conviction. And I know in time that path will illuminate more than ever. Because if you're going through a pathway and it's not illuminating and lighting up for you and you're feeling that process, it's almost pulling you. It's almost you got to walk towards it, but then all of a sudden it's pulling you. If you don't feel that pull, if you don't believe in it, if it's creating some issues in the areas of life, if you are in a place where this pathway, this direction you're taking is creating massive issues, massive problems, then we need to readjust, reanalyze, and pivot. But majority of the pathways that you will take, if you're authentic enough and clear enough to hear that pathway from God, the upper above data set, the higher power, he's going to keep giving you the direction. Even if the one direction is in a direction possibly that you have to take a couple steps back. That happened to me. I had to take a couple steps back and I was like, man, doesn't feel like the right direction, but I know I have to do it. And I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. And I'm still continue to go. But sometimes I don't understand it. I just started picking up the Bible this year, only about maybe 3 months ago. I've been tapped into the spiritual being of myself and above for most of this year. And every day and week and month, it becomes more and more clear that the playbook, the directions to all of this, really, for me, I'm noticing a lot of it is in the Bible. Now, and when I'm authentic enough, I'm able to hear that authentic voice in myself to say, hey, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, go this way, don't go that way. So it's very simpler when you could be authentic and clear, no vices. But again, the topic here is stop trying to understand, because every time you're trying to understand something that is going on in your life, a lot of times what that is doing that you don't even know you're doing is procrastinating. You're creating a roadblock. You're creating basically a friction that don't exist. You're creating a scenario that don't exist. You're creating a crippling, sabotaging behavior, or possibly even an outcome that could be worse for you, because unfortunately we're like muscle memory, where we're used to chaos. We're used to that place that we put ourselves in that is actually negative action and negative result, just because it's more familiar with us. So my 2 cents here is really, whether it's me or another teacher, trainer, coach, another mogul, another mentor, another high elite individual, don't try to understand it. Just do what is supposed to be done. And you will realize as you're doing this, and in time, you're showing up every day doing what is required, that it just feels good also. Even if you're not understanding it. Us humans, we really do complicate things, and we put so many distractions in our way. And I just want you to not get in the way of your path. Stop getting in the way of your steps, your direction that you're supposed to take. Just do the non-negotiables, the requirements in hand without understanding, and watch. Eventually, it will come to. Eventually, you'll be like, oh, that's why. God works in mysterious ways. You are the creator in your life. You are able to create anything and everything you want. And I believe in you. You need to believe in you. And just allow that non-understanding just to exist. That's okay to not understand. If you're able to tap in and be like, okay, I want to know this, and you're able to get that understanding pretty quickly, as long as it's not holding you back or wasting too much time, procrastination, then fine. But if you really don't understand it, let it be. Let you take over. Let him take over. And just walk these steps, and your path will illuminate, and everything will follow. Mr. Brad Blair, you versus you. Have a great day. Great holiday. Love y'all. See you soon.